What's happening? What's good? It's the Erica Jones here with the Erica Jones Show with my co-host, my bestie, Miss Nicole Celine Sanders, who has reached a milestone, who has turned 50 years young.
Yes.
She turned 50 on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel, Nicole? How are you feeling?
Young and vivacious. I feel good. There's no lie. You know, I've always said age is nothing but a number. So, hey, just another year around the sun. And this year will be a better year than I've had in a while. I'm claiming on that.
Claiming it.
Yes.
She's half of 100.
But don't look it. How about that?
Yeah.
Black don't crack.
That's right. Nicole got purple hair and all.
That's right. Listen, I'm always going to try to
with gray on the side.
put some youth in there somewhere. All right.
So, Nicole and I just got through arguing about what we're going to talk about today. Now, she told me on her birthday, I got this I want to talk about that. So, of course, I wasn't thinking about a topic because I'm just going to let her, whatever it is you want to talk about, I'll just be over here to elaborate and probably not say much because, Nicole can, whatever. So, today is just going to be one of those days where we get on here and we rant and we talk about things that are going on in the world and give our takes and our opinions. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not set in stone. It's not facts. So don't come over here, trying to bash us and go off on us because we just giving our opinions, and that's all. That's all we're doing. So, what will be our first topic, Nicole?
The Kim Burrell situation.
Okay.
We didn't say anything immediately because sometimes we like to let stuff die down,
Mm-hmm.
But we're very opinionated people, and that's what the world is made of. That's why the world is what it is, because of opinions. So,
Okay.
Do I start?
I guess I'll set it up.
Set it
honestly,
up. Set the stage.
I had no idea what was going on concerning Kim. I saw her go live, and that's something that Kim does not do. And so I saw her at her home outside, and she was...
Now, she used to go live all the time during the pandemic.
She did.
And that was just to...
But she would normally be sitting down.
Right,
It
right.
would be at night. So
Right.
that was something that was planned, and you would, know what was going on. But this particular day, Kim was outside. Kim ain't have no makeup on. Kim hair was everywhere. And not to say anything bad, but I just knew it was something behind it. Because Kim, that's not the norm for her. If she goes live at night, she's normally polished. Got her hair done, makeup on, big glasses, all that stuff. So I saw the people, making posts, and again, I still didn't know what was going on. And I still really don't know the gist of everything, but I do know that she was at Brian Corn's church, and she said something about people being ugly. And she said something about under your hats, and some of y'all got these big hats on because you're ugly under there, and all this kind of stuff. But to say this, and I'll give Nikki the floor. I've known Kim, not known her personally, but I've always known Kim to be comical. I've always known Kim to, be a jokester, and that's just always been her nature, to make people laugh. And I don't think that she meant any harm by what she said, but I can't. This is such a sensitive matter, and people these days, in the climate that we live in, people's feelings are just really up here.
And you do have to be mindful of the things that you say, but what I don't understand is, why do people read into everything that comes across? First of all, and you probably don't, If you know, I know I'm not ugly. That don't bother me. Now, would I have said it? No, I wouldn't have. But let's use it. Let's set the platform. Now we know that we have called people ugly and have talked about people like dogs, but because we're not on the stage that she is on, we get away with it. But we expect a person that is, quote unquote, in higher esteem. We don't give them the grace and mercy. How should I say it? Because she is who she is, we expect her not to be a human being.
There's a greater
responsibility,
judgment placed on people that are famous, I think.
It is. Is it fair? No.
No.
Because they're human beings, just like pastors. Well, she's a pastor. Just like pastors. They're human first. They are human first. Mm-hmm. Yes, they are called by God to lead us. Mm-hmm. But we all make mistakes, y'all. And then y'all want to kill Kim's career. Y'all not going to do that. Y'all not, I'm just being honest. This lady has crossed over in the jazz arena, in the art. Y'all not going to stop. Like I guess Kim saying, what God has for me, it is for me. Because right after that, she was packing out concerts. Mm-hmm. And you would have thought people wouldn't have come the way they drug her. But she's been, she needs to tread a little bit lighter because of what happened some few years back of what she stated in her church. Mm-hmm. But, that's just my spill on it. It don't make it right. I know I call people ugly.
I think
I've said worse things than that.
We all have said things, and it's what's glorified is when it's recorded and it's put on social media. I think that social media has shed light on a lot of things that we would not even be privy to.
Absolutely.
We would have no
That's
idea.
why cell phones need to be put down. On some things, listen, you put your cell phone on, I see you recording, I'm going to escort you out of here. Because some stuff you just don't need to put on social media.
It might have been streamed too, so that's that too. When things are streamed and people say things. It's just Kim, it's just Kim.
And let me tell you, my sister met Kim years ago when she first came with that song that she had with that choir. That's one of my favorites to this day. Can't remember the name of it. The Falling Flat on My Face from Living in a World of Sin. Oh, you gotta know that. You gotta go look that one up. She's very straightforward. She kind of reminds me of my sister. Very matter of fact. Just like at the concert after that, she came in saying, y'all so pretty. Y'all so pretty. Being sarcastic. But that's just her personality. I don't, and some of y'all might say, well, you excusing her behavior. No, I'm not. It don't bother me. I have learned, listen, I have bigger fish to fry in my life to be sitting up worrying about posting stuff on social media about what somebody else done said. Baby, I got to deal with my own stuff with me. I hear stuff and I'm like, I'll come to Erica and say, well, did you hear such and such? We'll talk about it and be like, oh, okay. On to the next.
Mm-hmm. Right. I think, and then it was, when she did apologize, it was, well, she shouldn't have said this in the apology, and then she came back and said that her attorney wrote it and she tried to apologize again, and I don't know. I just think
it's never satisfying some people.
No, and it
don't matter.
The thing about the world is you'll never be able to satisfy everyone when it comes down to anything you do. There will always be some type of backlash. Well, you said this, or you shouldn't have said that, or you didn't say this. So you'll never be able to please everyone. That's just the way the world works.
But my feeling is, as long as she has peace with herself, that's all that matters. Because if you go and try to satisfy every person in their dissatisfactions,
you won't be able.
You won't be able.
Yeah, it's too many different personalities, too many different people in the world, and you'll never be able to satisfy everybody. So it's just like, let's move on.
And just learn, y'all. Hear stuff and don't hear. Social media. People taking fasting breaks from social media and making it known. I ain't gonna be on social media for 30 days. I ain't gonna be on social media for 6 days. Just don't get on it. All right? And if somebody's post bother you, you know, there's a button that goes up and goes down. Scroll up, scroll down. Hey, I know everybody in this world got stuff going on in their personal life to be sitting and worrying about what somebody else done said or did.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of more things you could be focusing on than worried about with somebody with way more money, way more fame, and than you have. I mean, that's just my whole thing. Got more money than me. Got more.
Give me a little bit.
Got more.
Yeah.
You know, everything.
And she was looking gorgeous at that concert in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I mean, the top, the leggings, mm-hmm. and she got a set of legs that look like 25-year-olds in bow legs.
Kim has
always
nice
got a
legs,
pair of nice shoes on,
mm-hmm.
baby. I just learned that she had a bad day that day. Still gonna listen to her music. Anyway, what else we gonna talk about? I got something else we can talk about.
Let's jump on the Brittney Griner thing real quick. So,
oh my God.
We're not going to stay here long. Honestly, I do believe this is a political attack. Now, do I think Brittney should have went over there with that? No. I'm hearing mixed things.
Well, people told her not to go. But that is where she makes her money.
That's where she makes money. And that's
you have to understand. Mm-hmm. LeBron James is what he made in a year. The WNBA, the whole league, does not make.
Right.
They don't make money here, and it's still not fair. WNBA is still not looked at as a serious sport or
It's serious. It's just the pay. No, it's all about the men and the women. You know how that goes.
But is that fair?
It's never fair. No. It's just like being in the workplace. You always gonna have a man's going to be superior over a woman, and that's just kind of how the world works. So I get why she went over there. She's always gone over there. This is not the first time. But knowing that them people over there crazy, and knowing that what they're
they upset now because Trump is out. You know, that was their boy. So of course they were gonna try to prove a point. But what I don't understand is our president. And let me tell you, I voted for.
No, don't even say that. Just keep talking about what you're talking about.
You want to intervene now. When you knew this girl was going to her court case, you knew all of this stuff. And listen, I feel a certain way about Kamala.
Oh, my.
Listen, I know that she's not doing a lot where we can visibly see because she doesn't necessarily agree with the leadership that's in play. But this situation, African American, female, you should have stepped in and said something.
We don't know what she's done behind the scenes. We don't know every detail. So we can't say she wasn't doing anything. We just didn't visit. We can't see because it could be behind the scenes. We don't know. We just want the young lady to come on home.
She will come home now.
Y'all need to trade to get her here. Get on now. Trade them. Here. Give them whoever they want that we got. And let us get her back and the other person over there. Because this is ridiculous.
Y'all traded for two, and I'm not making it a racial thing. Two Caucasian men who was over there. This was a few months back. Y'all were trying to make deals for that. But you couldn't make a deal before this girl even went to the court case? And y'all they gonna give her 9 years? Come on now.
And I mean 9. I'm like, my.
All I can pray is that the Lord gives her extra strength to withstand and endure and know that God's promises, He's gonna get her out of this.
Yeah.
It's a test that none of us would want. But hey, I always say God allows things to happen in our life for us to look introspectively and ask Him, what are you trying to get out of me?
Right.
So.
Okay.
Now let's talk about this Biggie Biggs, the prophet.
Oh my Jesus. So I know everybody's heard about this pastor. who was robbed during his live stream, and it was suspicious from jump. Everybody was feeling like something just ain't right about this, and you know, for them to know to go down in your shirt and get your necklace out, and you got a whole vestment and all this stuff on, and so Larry Reid, of course, controversial Larry Reid, he and Genesis from Atlanta, they talked about it. And he, I guess, requested to be on the live. They brought him in. And he just went ballistic.
He was so disrespectful. Let me tell you, as a man.
As a man first.
As a man. You get on there and you start calling this woman not Biggie Smalls, Biggie Biggs. Biggie Biggs. I'm like, what man does this?
To a woman.
To a woman.
All because you're mad. And
you're angry.
She never.
Because.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He said that Larry Reid and Genesis made fun of the gun being held to his wife and his child.
And they did not.
They did not. They prefaced it by saying, they say that they put a gun to his wife and his child. If that happened, that is absolutely not
they
right.
They just said we didn't see it, but you know.
But don't you find it strange that they only put the gun to his wife and his child?
Right. Somebody
I know said it was a message being sent. Because, listen, everybody has a past. I don't judge him by the fact that he was in jail. He gonna end up back in jail. Because this man is stealing from people. These are testimonials that people are giving. How can you get up and then you can't pronounce words? Did somebody have to come in and tell you what the word was? Dude, you're trying to, and I guess she's hung out with 50 Cent. 50 Cent that came to his church. Say it again. Say that.
Some clout chasing.
Mm-hmm.
I did hear where he wanted to be on Larry Reid's show, and Larry would not. Larry refused him, and some of the things that he was saying was just to be a pastor first, like a man first, then a pastor. Right. Why would you say those things? It was just nasty. He turned into a thug, and I know he's from New York, and all of this. I think it's right, New York. But you're just a thug. Like, it's just ridiculous. And I think that with so much light being shed on this, it's going to be bad for him.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be investigations done. And if they start to really delve into who he really is and what he's doing to people, it's going to be worse for him. So I hope and pray that this was real. But at the same time, you setting up press conferences. When people ask you questions,
right?
My attorney, leave that to my attorney. What did you call the press conference for? If you can answer no question.
But then you got
what is a press conference supposed to be? Not you coming on here talking. You take questions after you address the people.
But you still bragging.
Yeah.
Because you get on the press conference talking about there's nothing wrong with a pastor wearing Fendi. Why say it? Just wear it.
And it's
you
so
don't see I'm prone to believe that some of this stuff ain't real. Listen,
and if it is, he getting the most gaudiest, all the G's on the Gucci stuff. I'm just like, okay, you could be subtle.
It's like to prove a point.
Be subtle. You talking about, I'm gonna show y'all my prayer closet. So I'm waiting for the chair and the Bible and the table,
the kneeling, yeah.
Something where you kneel at. A window where you praying in front. What? You going around the room and you showing all your clothes and bags on the floor and all of this. Not one time did we see where you pray at. What?
Do I understand correctly that he owes $4.3 million in real estate?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you sold that woman's $90,000 and then put a down payment on a $1 million home?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, reciprocity. What you put out, it's going to come back to you tenfold. And it's obvious that he hadn't learned his lesson from when he was in jail before. Or maybe it's just that he's really excited about going back.
Some people, when they are, they do fraudulent things, they can't stop. Because once you get a taste of that money, and you get a taste of getting all of these things that you want, you can't stop, because you won't go out there and get it the right way. So you scheming and you doing fraudulent things to get it the fast way and the quick way. Right. But that's not the way to do it.
That's not the way to do it.
And people are starting churches, and I'm just gonna say this: a lot of people look at churches as a business. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I know I can start a church, and if I can preach a little bit,
a decent word in their mouth, yeah,
somebody gonna come to my church, and people gonna give. That's what the church is built on, givers. So once you get the right kind of givers, whatever you say out of your mouth to persuade them, and don't have a little prophecy in you, and be able to give them a little word.
A prophet line.
They're coming, and they're gonna give all their money.
And that's the unfortunate part. People are yearning so hard and so much until, prophecy is the thing that's really guiding people of today. But let me tell you something. If somebody is prophesying to you, it's just to confirm what God has already told you.
Absolutely.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Y'all going and letting these people prophesy. And people have the gift of it. But I feel like some individuals take advantage of the gifting.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So, he needs another course in being a gentleman. He has sons. I think he has a son. What kind of example are you setting for your kids?
None.
And this new wife, bless her little heart. Yeah. Yeah. Don't play with God. That's all I can say. Don't use starting a church as a way to capitalize on you living a certain type of lifestyle.
Yeah, and I see that a lot.
Because if you live in a certain kind of lifestyle, then a few of your members should be living that type of lifestyle too, right?
Listen, when they talked about how that church was set up and how they had thumbtacks on holding up the fabric on the wall and stuff, and that's when he was getting mad. He said that was a
step and play?
He said a step and repeat.
Step and repeat.
He was getting mad because, if you're decked out in Gucci, Fendi, Prada, whatever it is, and your church is not a reflection of
who you, yeah.
Huh? Like what? It don't make no sense.
But you notice when Larry Reid said, how many thousands have you given to the community? How many? He skipped over it.
Yeah, he
skipped over it.
He hasn't given nothing to nobody.
So, child, I found it hilarious, and for the rest of the day, I'll be going and looking at some other stuff, since he's making it his duty to say something all the time. He think this is positive, positive.
I don't know what feedback.
Not positive feedback. Positive
publicity.
Publicity. Positive publicity for him. But
I'm just here to
help. I
help.
have brain for
I'm here to help. I'm here to help.
But he just don't know. It's negative.
Listen, he gonna get
with them cloudy diamonds.
Yeah, Larry said them cloudy diamonds. Yeah, he's talking about your diamonds might be better than mine. They are.
And then, then what he said to Larry Reid, knowing what Larry Reid's story is, I don't care what y'all think about him now, but how he talked about what happened to him as a child, and for him as a man of the cloth to turn around and say what he said to him about nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
You disrespectful.
He is. He is.
With your, I'm not gonna be a Kim Burrell today.
No, don't do that. We're not gonna do that today.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've been on here about 20. I can't see that. But
we're gonna come back and talk about the y'all's number 45.
What about them?
The trials are still going on, aren't they?
I think they got them pick back up. I haven't seen anything lately, but I know that it's still,
I just want to know, is something gonna happen after this is over? I mean, if we didn't went through all this, we didn't spend all these millions and millions of dollars to prove the editing is absolutely amazing. The testimonies are just down to the penny. Is he going to get charged? That's all I want to know. Because this will be all in vain and a waste of taxpayers' money.
I agree. If we're not doing nothing, what we doing?
I know he ain't been saying much.
If that's not, yeah. If there's no outcome, what
and that's why a lot of people are not really interested in it.
Yeah.
Because they're saying nothing is going to happen to them.
It might. We'll see. I don't think they're doing
so many laws have been broken.
I don't think they're doing it for nothing. I would hope they weren't. But we only can wait and see. That's all we can really do. Y'all, let's just strive. It is August, the 8th month of the year already. I feel like we just left January.
We did.
And it's so many people passing away, young people that I know of, just in my circle of friends and people that I know in the music community, as well as other people that I know of. And people are so negligent with their mouths and with their actions toward people.
True.
And it's for no reason. There's no reason to be ugly to people. There's no reason to lie on people.
And let me say this, and you can edit it and make it another video or whatever. If Eric and I friendship end tomorrow, what Erica has confided in me is not to be told to anybody else.
Absolutely.
It's no need of me lying on her because I'm angry that the friendship is over. If anybody would ask, well, we got to a point where, our roads just went in two different directions. Let's act like grown people. Some of the stuff that I hear and see today, I'm like, if you would have caught me about 8 years ago, it couldn't have been me. Because let me tell you, y'all think I'll be talking about how I'll tell you off. I'll run you down too. I've done it before. She saw me. Ran somebody down out of my shoes. And the only reason they beat me is they cut down a breezeway. I ain't saying it was right now. But grow up. Please.
Absolutely. The things that people do today, I find it appalling because it's no reason to run anybody's name in the ground for whatever reason, especially when they didn't do anything to you. That's the crazy thing. When you make up stuff to make yourself look good. In any situation, it could be on your job, in a friendship, a relationship, whatever. Just think about what you're saying about other people, because you think that you're telling it to somebody that is not going to say nothing. And you don't even know that the person that you're talking about is getting everything that you're saying.
Like I've told Erica, even in situations that I've known before, I've told friends, and you don't have a point to prove to nobody. Because if a person really knows you, they know it's a lie.
Right.
Early in my life, damnable things were said about me. And you said it because I wasn't one to put my business out there, so you couldn't pinpoint nothing. Back then, I would have called you. If I would have got wind of it, I would have called you, I would have confronted you, and I would have said a few choice words. You don't have to run nothing down. This is what I've learned through life. Let them lie. Let them tell untruths. If whoever they telling it to, somebody came and told me something about somebody a couple of weeks ago, I said I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Unless I see it with my own eyes, I don't believe it. So you can save your breath. That's oxygen you need for your body.
Yes. So again, Nikki is older and she is has way tougher skin than I do. and it's taken me a while to get over if somebody says something that I've heard that they've said and it's not true. It messes with me. I'm not gonna even lie, because especially when I know I didn't do any of the things that are being said, or you're taking something and spinning it. It's just it hurts. But I am learning that people can say whatever they want to say.
And know that mental illness is real. Hey, I take antidepressants, but you know, there's some stages of mental illness that's a little bit past depression. And you just gotta cough it up to, they just hadn't been technically diagnosed. Multiple personality, schizophrenia, bipolar, you know, it hurts initially. It stings.
Yeah.
Especially when you've shown yourself to be a real friend and have been there for a person. Yeah, it stings. That's why my circle is real small.
Yeah. I just think that in the day and the climate that we live in, you have to be more intentional with your actions and just everyday life with whatever you put out there, expect to get that back. If it's positive, cool.
Sure.
If it's negative, you're going to have to reap it. I don't care if it don't look like you are going to reap it. You could be 60, 70, 80. It's coming back. Just like this woman with Emmett Till. You thought you was just going to...
Look at that. Good example.
You just thought you was scot-free, baby.
Good example.
80-some years old. Put in jail. I don't care if she was 95. I don't care.
Lied.
She lied from Jump Street. And this boy is gone. Because of your mouth.
Died a terrible death.
And your lies. You have to be mindful of what you do. What you put out there. 80-some years old. You think she ever would have thought they would have caught on? Or knew that?
No.
Found it out?
No,
They did.
She needs her last 1.5 years.
Get your days up in the jailhouse.
Rot in
last
it.
days.
Rot in it.
I don't have no sympathy.
No sympathy.
Because it's men and women right now sitting in jail for something that they did not do.
But you've got away and been able to live your whole life.
Full. This
Whole
young man
life.
didn't get a chance to even.
You didn't live past the Bible days, 70.
Yeah. And you know why? Because the Lord ain't gonna let you leave
in God's timing
until you go through what you
reciprocity, that reaping.
Yeah, you probably was ready to go. I don't know what state of mind she in.
Oh, she looks real. However old she is, 80. She looks good.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. She looks good.
But you gonna look good in jail. Gonna live your last days, cause it's not right, and people just go out here and say and do to people anything they want to. Mystical, sit down. What's wrong with you?
You know
why you keep doing this
he's
stuff?
Another one that I gave the benefit of the doubt. When he got the first accusation, I'm like, he didn't do that. This one, I'm like,
it's the third one.
Why all these women? And see, that's why when you've had your first experience of something like that, you have to tread lightly with these women. Because, you know, you can have a woman that's all on you and you on her, and then mad day come, and then they want to say, just like I watched a special about sex offenders. And this guy was 18 dating a 15-year-old. Well, at the time, he didn't know she was 15. Eventually, he did find out she was 15. They had a good relationship the first year and a half. He said, and then they just started fighting. So he felt the need to break it off. She went to the cops and said he raped her. So to this day, he's still fighting, having to report as a sex offender.
My God.
Because they're trying in legislature, they're trying to change the levels of these sex offenders. You know what I'm saying? Which I understand it.
Mhm.
You messing with a child, a baby,
That should
a
be
toddler.
different.
You know that, yeah, right. So, but yeah.
Because everybody gets held to the same standards or whatever the punishment is after you've been convicted and whatever. It's like it's everybody is you can't be so many feet away from a school. You can't live. You can't be around
church, kids, this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's people just need to learn that friendships, relationships, etc. When it ends, just move on. It's no need of trying to plant poison concerning somebody, because just move on. Move on, because, listen, yeah, you can go.
Because what?
Some lies that people tell, they just better be glad somebody hadn't anointed their head with oil.
Wait.
If you know what I mean.
Mm.
Listen.
Mm.
I don't understand it. I'm 50 now. My tolerance level is a little bit less than what it was. So, some stuff Erica come tell me, I just tell her I don't want to hear it. Because it ain't going to do nothing but rile me up, and I'm going to want to reach out and touch somebody. So.
Oh my God. And I guess, with me, and my mom talks to me about this all the time. She said that she was this way, but she snapped out of hers way before me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just too nice.
That is her downfall.
And
Too.
Yeah, I'm super nice. And even when things have happened or someone's told me this or that, and that heart of mine, I still, for some reason, can turn the other cheek. I've turned it so many times. I don't think I got no more to turn. But
and she's rubbed off on me on trying to be a little bit softer and a little bit more, just even how my approach is sometimes on the telephone. Well, not the bill collectors, because I give them a story.
Oh my!
I give them a story each time. We'll do a show about some of the names I done told.
Oh my!
I done told people, y'all not ready for this one. She has sat in the passenger seat and been
want to
like,
get out the car. When you get done with the call, I get back in. Because I can't.
Where did you get this from?
I can't do this.
She's rubbed off on me, and that's what friendships are supposed to do. I have tried to toughen her up, and she's just with watching her actions, I've softened up a little bit.
Let me tell you something about me. I remain nice for a long period of time.
Yeah.
I'm talking about long. I mean, long. Oh, but when I get mad.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I've seen it in action a few times.
If you... Now, I'll get mad, and it's been times I'll get mad and say, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that. And then when it's days or so that's elapsed,
you ease
I've
off.
eased. Oh, but if I'm like Jesus when it starts stinking in my nostrils. I listen, and when I go there, it ain't, you can't really bring me back, because I'm gonna be there all day. But again, I extend the hand of grace for a long time. So if you see me get mad, know that I am completely fed up.
Right.
But for the most part, I take a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but you got to take people at face value. When they show you who they are,
that is the most profound.
It.
That is the most profound statement, and I think it will be around for generations if the Lord don't come back soon.
He coming.
That is one of the most profound statements ever to be. I don't know who said it first, but when people show you who they are, believe them the very first time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let them keep coming back showing you over and over. Because that first time that they showed you, that's it. That's who they are. I mean, I'm telling you. You can give people another chance and everything like that. that root of who they are,
It's gonna keep
stay.
recycling.
It's gonna stay.
It's gonna be like a roller coaster ride that you're never getting off of. You're just gonna get whoa.
Listen,
Whoa.
I done jumped off.
Whoa, you better learn how to get off. And look at the conductor and say, I need to get off. Like, it was a ride here in Baton Rouge at Blue Bayou. And I went with my god brother, God rest his soul. I miss him so much. Johnson Armstrong. Oh, I miss him. Yeah. The theme park.
Oh.
And it's a ride that shoots you straight up in the air. And then it starts rocking you. And I sat there. They were still putting people on the ride. I said, hey! I said, get me off of here. Get me off of here. You better get the man's attention. Tell him to get you off.
My God. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
No, I don't think so. The next show we're going to talk about how you handle bill collectors.
Really, Nikki? Let me tell you, her approach is like none other than I've ever seen. I just, if I hit, okay, let me exit, cause I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do. And she be so serious. I mean, if they call her by her first name, they getting it. They're getting it.
Because that's not customer service.
Hi, is this Nicole?
Are you my brother?
This is Miss Sanders.
Let me give you the crash course in 101 customer service. But anyway.
Anyway, again, we've talked about a plethora of things today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed.
Please watch. Pass it on.
Yeah.
We want to get our numbers up.
Yeah, I was monetizing at one time. I ain't doing it no more.
We got lazy.
We got real lazy, but
she can be making us some money, you know. But anyway.
But people out there, y'all still love us. Thank y'all for your comments.
Yes.
A few people commented on Nikki's birthday.
I appreciate it.
Thank y'all so much for the love.
I'm celebrating the whole month. Saturday will be my celebration officially. I'll have her to post some pictures for you all.
You don't have one photographer either. Did you think about that?
No, they have iPhones.
Oh, okay. Well, again, hopefully you guys are having a great August so far. Today is the 7th? I think it is. 7th.
Oh, the 7th. My mother will be 83 Tuesday.
The 9th. Okay.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mama Sanders. Again, y'all love on each other and stop the hating and the lies and the deceit and the backstabbing and all of that stuff that goes along with that. People are dying every day, and I cannot be here after I get off here. Yep. Same with Nikki. I mean, we don't know when our last breath will be. Mm-hmm. We don't know when we'll take it. So, I mean, I've tried so hard to tell people I love them. I send people text messages in the morning sometimes just to say I'm thinking about you, haven't heard from you, hope you're well. Try that. Even if they don't respond, who cares? Let people know how you feel, because no day is promised. No hour, no minute, no second is promised to any of us. And if we knew when our time was up, things would be so much different. That's the question. So, if we knew. I am the Erica Jones. This is Miss Nicole Celine Sanders. And until next week, because we're going hard. Every week we gonna do something. I promise. Get on here and ramble. We're gonna have something. So y'all have a great afternoon, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.